Hello everybody, my name is Matthew Coblin. I am the founder and lead developer of HubPlate. And in this video I am going to be going over how to use the waitlist, the seating map, and reservations, because they all three go hand in hand very well. So we are going to be reviewing that, how to use it, and checking all that features out. So what you see in front of you right now is the terminal screen. So you can set a device to be in terminal mode, and this is the screen you will see. So your terminals that customers can see whenever anybody's not on it, this is essentially what they would see, is the screen, the date, the time, and then essentially an employee can walk up to it, click it, they could put in their PIN code, clock in, log out, and then it'll go back to that screen. So here I have a manager PIN code, which typically employee PIN codes are 4 digits. You can make your manager PIN code 6 digits, just to provide a little more security, I guess. And that's something that's really cool, is that if you are logged into one location and you try to use a PIN code from an employee from a different location, it won't let you. So employees cannot access different locations, they could only access their own location. So here's a quick overview of the dashboard really fast. You can see your active tables, revenue, today's orders, your average ticket time. Servers over here, this today's tickets. The server can see their total tickets, tickets paid with cash card, their loyalty signups. I'll be going into more detail in that for the server section. Once I run some tickets for you guys, that'll be in a later video when I go through the orders, the KDS system, and all of that. So in this video, we'll be going through the waitlist. So when you get really busy and you got to put people on a waitlist, all you have to do, the host can simply click add to waitlist. They click, they put in the customer's name, their phone number, they put in their email, which I'll put in an email here. This is my actual email, guys, so please don't spam me. But if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to shoot me an email. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. So for the time being, a customer is notified via email only. We do have SMS coming shortly, so please be patient with me on that. We are adding features as we build. So earlier I was doing some testing. I had somebody on the wait list that was on there for 3 days. That's why you see an average wait time of over 1,000 minutes. But that average wait time does calculate how long somebody was from the time they were added to the list, from the time they were actually seated. So you can actually see accurate average wait time of how long people are on the wait list from the time they're added to the time that they're seated on average. And then when it is time for them to be seated, you could click send them an email to notify them that their table is ready. And then you could click seat now. And then here the host or hostess can see what tables are occupied and which are not. So as you can see, T4 is occupied. If we go up here to the bar section, we're going to sit somebody at D12. And we'll sit the person. And then what you can do, and that's essentially waitlist in a nutshell. It's very simple, very straightforward. You can see who you've seated, at what time, how many have been canceled, and all of them. So if you go over to the seating map, the seating maps are really cool. I'll just show you real quick. When you seat the person, you will see that the table is occupied. The table turns red, and that shows that the table is occupied. So you could click on waitlist from the seat map as well. Add to waitlist. We're going to add somebody else to the waitlist really quick. I'm not going to put any more information, but we're just going to add to waitlist. And then we see this person. Let's seat them. You can see D12 is occupied. So it makes it very easy to see what tables are occupied, etc. So since we went to the waitlist from this section, it only shows the tables of this section. If you go to the waitlist from the waitlist page, it'll show you all tables in the restaurant. But when you go to the waitlist from that particular section, like the dining room, like I did in this, it'll just show the tables in that dining room. So when you sit the person, we switch maps real quick. Oh, it's not showing it. Let me refresh the page. Go to dining. You can see Matt Jones is seated there. So that's a quick view of the seating. I'm going to get more into detail on the seating map here in a minute. But first I want to show you the reservation system. So when somebody calls in and they want to set a reservation, of course, you could see timeline view. And there's no reservation set, so that's why it's completely empty. But let's say somebody wants to set a reservation at, 5 o'clock. You just click on the 5 o'clock. You put in, let's just say the Smith family wants to come in. You could put in their phone number, their email, the date. So let's click on, let's say Friday at 5 p.m. You could even set a duration block of 1 hour, 2 hours. If they need 3 hours, you could do that as well. That's entirely up to you guys. The party size, let's just go with 2. Now the cool thing about this is, let's say it's a party of 8 people, but all of your 8 tops are booked. What you can actually do is select 2 different tables right next to each other to create 2 4 tops into an 8 top. I made this system very flexible for you guys. But let's just keep it simple for now. Party of 2 for D16. For Friday night, you could click, is it an anniversary? Is it a birthday? Do they have peanut allergies? Oops. And additional notes, like, does he want the ring hidden in a cake or a glass of wine? Or do they want to do something special, You could create the reservation. And then in list view, well, it should show the reservation in list view. Let me refresh the page and see if it'll show up then. Oh, you got to actually click on the day to see it. So you click on Friday, it shows all your reservations that you have for the day. So if I click on Thursday, there's no reservations for the day, so it's not going to show anything. Click on Friday, boom, it'll show you all the reservations. And then when the customer does finally come in, you can just simply click seat, and it'll seat them at the table that they are designated to sit at. So D16, if we go back into the seating map, dining room, I should show them on D16. Let me refresh the page and see if it'll show them. It might be that the reservation is set for Friday and it's not actually Friday yet, so that's probably why it's not showing. But it will show them up on there. Another feature of that is the table will turn blue 15 minutes before the reservation time. So if the reservation is at 8 p.m. at 7:45, it'll change the table color so you could see that the reservation is coming up. And you could actually change that table color as well. Another feature of this, if you noticed, all of these tables are different colors. So this is server assignment. So what you can do is click on the table and you can assign a server to that table for the section, and it'll show the server's initials and the server's colors. And you can set a different color for each server. You can customize that however you want. You can let them choose a color yourself. get into more of that into another video. Or, as a matter of fact, I'll just show you that right now. Nope, it's in the staff page. So what you would do as a manager, you would click on staff. Now, regular staff does not have access to this. I am currently clocked in as a general manager, as Alice Johnson, which this is all mock data. Again, none of this is real. And you could go in and actually, I'll get into more details on this later. I'm just showing you the server color assignment. You can set the server color table to any color you want. I mean, there's the whole color spectrum here. So if you want this guy to be lime green, you can make him lime green. Done. Go back into the seating map. And where was John Smith assigned to the back room? Boom, John Smith is now green. So when servers come in, if you're a general manager and you're setting table assignments and section assignments for the servers, this is how you would do it. You would just click a table, assign the table to a server, and that way when the servers come in, they can log in. And in fact, even before they have the app on their phone, they can log into the app and they can see what section that they're going to serve before they even come in and clock in. And then again, when they come in, they could clock in from the app. You can see what time they clock in, which I'll get into more detail on that later. Right now, I want to focus on the floor plan and the seating map. So what you can actually do, I'll show you this real quick. If you click on plus, you can create oops. And again, just a side note, guys, the app does not run this slow. I'm running OBS to record this, and it's slowing down my computer, and I have a really old laptop, so forgive me. So patio, all right. I need to add the map, generate map right there. We're going to do, I have a seating map here. So you could take a picture of your seating map, upload it, hit the AI floor plan generator. It'll analyze the layout. Now it's not 100% accurate. It does take a little bit of editing, and I'll show you guys how to do that here in a second. So it detected 16 objects, create it, and it should put that in patio too. Oh, it created a whole new section is what it did. So what I'm going to do is simply just rename this patio 2, and I'll show you how to delete that other one in the other one. So this is the editing mode of how to edit your seating map. So we have different options. We have booths, ovals, round tables, square tables. These are your round tables. These are your square tables. And what you could do here is you can make the table longer. If you have long tables, you can make it wider, etc. We have chairs, so when you add a chair, you could simply add it, drag it. You can make the seat smaller. You could rename the seat. Add another one. We'll rotate this around real quick. Oops. And again, it does not run this slow. It's typically much, much faster, but again, OBS is slowing my stuff down pretty slow. So anyway, you could click on a table, and let's say this is a 2-top. You can make it a 2-top. Let's say this is a 6-top. You can make it a 6-top. This is a 4-top. You can make it a 4-top, etc. You could add all the seats around it, and you could label the seats S1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way, you know, wherever your server stands, you could say this is where you stand. S1 is to your left, and then you go clockwise around S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, which goes hand in hand with the ordering system we'll get into in a later video. Another thing you can do to make this more understandable for your servers and all of your staff is you could have walls. So, oops. Zoom in here. You could extend the wall over. And then let's say, let's go over here and make it simple. You have door. You move your door in over here. And then you could label it. So it takes a little bit of time to customize it how you want it to be, but this way, whenever you're training staff or servers need to look at the floor map, they could see, okay, this is where the kitchen door is. These are all the tables in that section. This is where the patio door is. All that good stuff. So that way they could easily see, like for example, we go into the main patio area. They could see this is the patio door. These are 1, 2, 3, whatever. Main floor, you could even do, your bar, which this is just a table. I just used the table icon and labeled it bar. And then these are bar seats, which are, again, those are just tables. So that way, if you want to seat somebody at B1, you could sit them there. If an order goes to B1, you know that that order goes to B1. Those seats are just tables with a seating capacity of 1. Very easy, very straightforward system. Completely customizable how you want to build it. It took me maybe 30 minutes to build this out completely. And honestly, it's very straightforward, very easy to use. The patio goes out to the patio, kitchen goes to the kitchen. You have your tables, chairs. Yeah, I like the way this is set up. Another thing you can do is click on a table. You could seat guest. You could put in the party size, confirm seat. Boom, walk-in guest. Similar to the wait list. Click on it. You could see that somebody's seated there. You could click start order. It'll take you straight to the order screen. This is what we will do next. In the next video, I will go over the ordering system and the KDS. Really excited to get into this with you guys. That is how you use the wait list, the seating. Oh, before I go, we went over the reservation systems. I'll get into more detail on how to set this all up, but this right here, you can set up online reservations. So basically, you just take this link, add it to your website for online ordering and online reservations, and your customers can reserve a table online. So this is what the customer would actually see. They would click reserve a table, they would click their party size, the date that they want to reserve the table, the time that they want to reserve the table for, and you can set the hours. If you close at 9 p.m., you could only reserve a table up to 8 o'clock or whatever. They could select, is it a birthday, is it business, is it an anniversary? They could join the loyalty program and add their name, phone number, email, all of that, and it'll make a reservation. I'll show you really quick. Anybody who's a fan of The Simpsons, shout out. What's up? Let's just do that real quick. We're going to say this is for business. join loyalty program. That'll automatically add that customer as a loyal customer. And boom, they got a confirmation code. If they put in their email address, it'll automatically send them an email saying that the reservation is confirmed. You could go back into here, click reservations. And what did I make that for? Friday? Boom. Mr. Smithers confirmed online. There's their confirmation. Easy peasy. I do not charge you guys for online reservations like OpenTable does. When I first heard that, I honestly thought it was the craziest thing. This is included in the system. All features are included. So your customers can book online reservations. They could call in and book a reservation. Here's a quick look at the reservation settings. You can set the default duration time, so it'll book that table for 60 minutes. It'll book that table for 2 hours, however you want to set it. The reservation color, this is what the table color will change into 15 minutes before that table is reserved, your minimum party size and your max party size. So I tried to make this as customizable and flexible for you guys as much as humanly possible. So that is how the waitlist, reservations, and seating map works. If you guys have any questions, send me a message, an email, comment below, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you very much. Again, my name is Matthew Coblin. I am the founder and lead developer of HubPlate. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.